guys! So today I'm going to start a new series that I thought of that I think is great. And it is a favorite books series. And I know a lot of people do like favorite videos and stuff like that, but this one's completely different because it's all about periods and menstruation and the female body. I feel like I know and I have read a lot of books surrounding the female body and periods and menstruation. I want to share them with you. And I mention them in some of my other videos and I use them for information in my other videos, but I thought why not sit down and make a video maybe once a month or twice a month and share with you my favorite like period books, because there's some very good ones out there and there's some very bad ones out there. So I'm going to start with one of my very favorite books. It's probably, I mean, I have a lot of favorite books, but this is at the top of the list because it is a life-changing book, and I don't say that lightly. And it is The Pill. It's called The Pill, Are You Sure It's Right For You? Are You Sure It's For You? Excuse me. The Pill, Are You Sure It's For You by Jane Bennett and Alexandra Pope. And not only is this just an amazing book, but both of these women right here are the sweetest women ever. They're so great, they're so knowledgeable, and they're so helpful. And so it just makes me want to be a part of this even more because of these two ladies. And if you don't know who they are, go look them up, they're great. But anyways, today we're gonna talk about The Pill and why I think it is so stinking great. When I think of this book, I think about it teaches you, it talks through all the side effects that no one tells you about. And I'm very grateful that we have the ability currently to go into our doctor's office and say, right, I want to be on birth control, and you can get on birth control without too much of a hassle. But I just think these things are so important. Women should know this, girls should know this before they go and get on birth control. What are the possible side effects, especially when you start taking birth control at 14, at 16, at 18, when your body is still developing, because you are led to believe that that is just how your body is, and you're like, right, I'm a woman, like this is part of it, I have to deal with it. But you don't have to deal with it, because the hormones in the birth control could be the cause for a lot of your problems. Just for the sake of everything, I will read the little back excerpt for you. While the pill is taken by most women and girls at some stage in their lives, few realize it is not without side effects. Clear links have been made to depression, nausea, headaches, and migraines, as well as loss of libido. Contrary to what most of us believe, it is not a fail-safe contraception. Around 2 in 10 women do conceive while taking the pill. Others experience difficulties conceiving after coming off this drug. There are also nutritional concerns which can affect the health of subsequent children long after you've stopped taking it. So what is a pill, how does it work, and what does it do to your body? If not the pill, then how else can you control your fertility in casual or long-term relationships? Are hormonal implants and injections any better? If you're about to come off the pill, what are the best ways to reclaim your health and well-being? And what can you look forward to when your body returns to its natural rhythm? Accessible, informed, and inspired, The Pill, Are You Sure It's For You? Provides you with a wealth of case studies and information that will help you make the choice you want for your body. And if that doesn't make you want to read it, take my word for it. Go read this. It just goes through it, and it shares real stories from women and from men who have women in their life, because it affects men too. And I'm going to ramble on, but I think it's such a great book. I think this book is good for any woman who is considering coming off the pill and maybe isn't sure about it or really wants to get off of it but wants more information. I also think this is a great book for females, women, or girls looking to get on the pill. I think going in with an informed decision, making an informed decision is a very important thing, and you can't do that without the knowledge, and I think there's a lot of good knowledge in here. And I also think most of the time you wouldn't suggest this book to a man, but if you are a man and you have a girlfriend or a sister or mother or a loved one and she's on hormonal birth control and you can tell something's not quite right, something's off, they're not their full person, you read this book. I suggest this for men too. So the final thing I'll say about this book is, going into this, I just had this feeling that something was off, something wasn't quite quite right within me, and I couldn't pinpoint the cause. I had all these things happening, some of which were happening, and I didn't connect the dots till just now, you know, recently. But I just knew something was off, and I knew I wasn't me. There was something off about me. And so you don't know these things are happening, but once like you learn about them, you're like, it all makes sense now. And it's very, very eye-opening. Right away in the introduction, I underlined this bit right here, and it says, for young women exploring their contraceptive choices today, the pill is often presented as the only responsible way to manage their fertility. But trying to come off the pill, I was like, I just felt stuck, because I was like, well, it was before I knew about charting your cycles and fertility awareness, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't just stop taking birth control. Like, that's so irresponsible. I don't want to have a baby. I can't have a baby. I don't know if I want to be with this person for the rest of my life. And so I felt stuck being on birth control. Another reason I think learning about the pill and its side effects, another reason I think it's so important is because I think women get on the pill or some sort of birth control, hormonal birth control, to take care of these problems that are happening in their body, whether it be heavy painful periods, PMS, acne, what have you. When really, this is from Dr. Claudia Welch, the pill masks signs of reproductive health or imbalance. This creates more of a challenge for the practitioner to really be able to detect and treat any underlying imbalance in women on the pill. So it's like you're killing your canary in the coal mine. Like, your menstrual cycle is such a good indicator of what's going on in your body, and by taking it away or masking it, you're kind of hiding the underlying problem. You're just putting a band-aid on it. You're not fixing anything. So there is an entire chapter in this book about feeling depressed. And I mean, this resonated with me so much because I was feeling so depressed, and it didn't make sense. Like, I was in college, I was having a good time, I was learning about things that I loved, like I was in a good relationship, and I just felt so sad all the time, and it didn't make sense. And I'm like, this isn't me. Like, I am a happy person. This does not make sense. Like, I should be happy, and it just didn't make sense. And depression doesn't make sense, but I read this and I was just like, it just makes so much sense. So depression is one of the most prevalent and debilitating illnesses affecting the female population today. Women taking the pill were almost twice as likely to be depressed compared to those not on the pill. So twice as likely to be depressed. The pill or other hormonal contraception were also found to have higher rates of anxiety, fatigue, neurotic symptoms, compulsion, anger, and negative menstrual effects. For the many women who start taking the pill as teenagers, by the time they're adults, they only know themselves on the pill. It's often only years later, when they go off the pill, that they're able to connect the dots and see the symptoms that it caused. I mean, then you're left with going like, what am I gonna do now? And then it goes in and it talks about fertility awareness and other non-hormonal options to birth control. A fascinating read. I absolutely love it, and I absolutely recommend it. This is one of my top favorite books for menstrual related things. So read it. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.